everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be doing like a New Year's glam. This is like, I was going to do like a silvery one, but I think doing a purple glam for New Year's Eve is so beautiful. I love the way it looks, the wing is beautiful, I love the whole eye look. To create this look, I used the Modern Renaissance palette. I definitely recommend this. Ask for it for Christmas, even though this video will be up after Christmas, but it is a bomb-ass palette. But this is the look I created with it. I absolutely love this look. So if you guys want to see how I got it, just keep on watching. Hi everyone, we're going to start off this New Year's Eve glam. So we're starting out with the eyebrows. And the first product I'm using is the e.l.f. eyebrow pencil in the shade taupe. And I used the pencil to outline my brows. And to fill them in, I'm using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade taupe. And I'm using the It Cosmetics brush by Ulta. And it is in liner / brow. And I'm just filling my brows in with the pomade and brushing them through while I go. And for concealer, I'm using the NARS Natural Radiant Concealer in the Light 1 Channeling. And after I do that, I'm setting my eyebrows with the Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder with this fluffy brush from Real Techniques. I'm not sure what it's called because I tried to show you guys, but it wasn't on point, but it's fine. And then I'm just brushing this all over the eyelid to set it in place. You can use wet concealer as well. I know a lot of people do that. They don't set their concealer and it comes out beautiful. I just feel like this is safer and it makes sure that I can actually get the colors correctly blended together. And I'm taking this more defined fluffy brush from Morphe. It's the Morphe M514 brush. And I am taking the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I love this palette. The first shade I'm taking is the shade called Tempera. And it's like a shimmery white pale type of shade. It's not really a shade that you would set your eyelid with. It's kind of like a brow bone, but a subtle brow bone highlight. But I'm just applying this all over the eye. It creates a very pretty look. You're going for a natural look. And now I'm taking these two brown shades. I am not sure what they're called, but they're just the two browns. I think one's called Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange. I think those are what it's called. I'm not sure. I might be wrong. And I am just blending those into my crease to give it a good transition shade. It came out as it looks a little crazy right now, but I do blend it in very well. This brush is just very precise. And now I'm going in with the shade called Brune Fresco. I can't really say it, but it's this muted purple shade. And on camera, it looks like I'm adding like a brown shade. But in real life, it was more purpley. As you can see, it looks like it's like brown, but it definitely is more purpley in real life. I can promise you that. And now I'm going in with a shade called Red Orchard. I think that's how you say it. I'm not positive. This is a very pretty red shade. It's like a darker mauve. I don't know why I say mauve, but like a darker blood type of red. And I'm applying this into the crease as well, using the same brush. And now I'm going in with a shade called Love Lover. It's that very pretty purpley pinky type of shade, and this is what kicks off the look. And the red ochre and these are what really kicks off the look. And I'm just applying this to my whole crease, and I'm blending it outwards to get more of like a winged effect. And as you can see, that's what it looks like. And this look is not a halo eye, so you definitely want to pull it out and bring it into the inner corner more than you would if you're doing a halo eye. And now I'm taking these makeup wipes, just cleaning off the excess that fell down. And Anastasia shadows, the one thing I don't like about them is they have a lot of fallout, no matter if they're powder or shimmer. So that's a very big problem. But now I'm taking this, the big brush I used before, and I'm taking this brown shade. I'm not sure what it's called, sorry. but I'm applying this to the end, and this kind of messed up the look. I would just apply those purpley shades to that part where I'm going to cut the crease instead of taking it, because I had to go back in with the blending brush, and it just caused a lot of problems in the end, and I had to keep going in with the blending brush and adding the shades just because I added that brown. And I'm going in with the NYX glitter glue, but I actually forgot to cut my crease before I did this. So as you can see later on, I'm actually going to cut my crease. I can't believe I actually was about to go in with glitter glue without the crease cut. That would have been a disaster. But I just realized that I need to cut the crease. So I'm taking my NARS Natural Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I'm literally almost out of this. And I just put this on the back of my hand. And I'm actually taking the same brush that I just showed you, and I'm just cutting the crease. And we're doing a half cut crease, so it's going to end kind of in the middle. Like, you want to leave the outer corner. So you're going to want to stop in the middle. As you can see. And a little concealer got on top of my brow. So before I set it with the essence powder, I actually went with my blending brush and buffed out that, as you can see, I just noticed it, buffed out the concealer. The thing I hate about this, like putting concealer there, is that it transfers. So that was a fail on my part. But after I do that, now I'm going in with that brush and setting it with powder. Sorry guys, my nose is very runny. And now I'm taking the glitter glue that I put on my hand from before, and I'm just applying that right over the concealer. And basically for the use of the concealer is to make sure that you have a base to go onto, so it's not going to be sheared out, and also so it has something more tacky to stick to and more pigment. So it's like applying a white eyeshadow before applying color. It makes it stick out more. And I'm taking this purple glitter. I'm not sure where it's from, but Flash Mob, I don't know. And I'm taking a flat brush and I'm applying that directly to where I put the glitter glue. And this color is very pretty. It actually kept falling off though, so I was kind of mad about that. But this is a very pretty purple glitter. As you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous. At first, I didn't really think it went with the look, but then when I added other colors, it went better. So I'm going in with the Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsessions palette, and I'm taking that dark purple. Adding this color made the purple glitter and the eyeshadow come together more because it deepened it up a little bit more. So it wasn't too cranberry. It was like cranberry mixed with a little bit of deeper purple mauve colors. So I applied that to my crease with the same Morphe M514 brush. This brush is so good for anything. And as you can see, I'm just blending more and more into the crease and everything like that. And now I'm going in with Face LA Colors liquid eyeliner. This is from the dollar store. Amazing. I'm doing my eyeliner. This actually took me forever to do my eyeliner. It just wasn't working out. The wings were really weird. One was too long, one was too short. It just took me forever to get them perfectly right. So that's the trial and error with eyeliner. So yeah, it took me literally forever. But I'm just doing a wing, and I'm winging it out pretty far. As you can see, it was a lot thicker in real life. I don't know why it looks so thin on camera, but after this, I'm doing it on the other eye, obviously off camera, and that's how it looks. I swear it was a lot thicker in real life, but apparently I didn't catch that. And now we're going to move on to the face, and I'm putting my lip balm on. This is the Quarter Balm. And before I move on to the rest of my face, I'm setting my eyebrows with the e.l.f. Lash and Brow Gel, I think that's what it's called. And this is really nice. And to prime my face, I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water and the So Chill Coconut. I don't think they sell this specific scent anymore. I think it was just like their summer collection, but the regular one just works just as good. This one just is scented. Letting that dry, and I'm applying my Cosmetics Confidence in an eye cream because my eyes have been very dry, especially doing so much makeup for Vlogmas and all that stuff in just winter. So I'm just applying that to my under. This is very nice and very hydrating for the under eyes. I really recommend it. And now to moisturize my face, I'm using the Pods Dry Skin Cream. I love this stuff. I haven't been using it as much. I've just been using a hydrating primer because I get lazy. But I do use this every night. But I am putting this on my face. And I am rubbing that in. And now to prime my face even more, I'm using the NYX Honey Do Me Up Primer. This is very hydrating. And I am applying this to my face with the spatula, obviously, that it comes with. And this primer I haven't used in a minute, but I really do love this primer. And I'm just rubbing this in, and at first it feels like it's not blending in, but then in a minute it gets like tacky and like starts to like become a good primer base. So you just have to work with it and really blend it into the skin. And now for another primer, I'm using the Huda Beauty Complexion Perfection, I don't know, primer. I've been loving this recently. It's a very thick formula. It's interesting because it's like a smoothing type of primer, but like it's tacky at the same time. It's very thick. It's not like a silicone primer, and it leaves the skin feeling nice but a little weird. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a really good primer. And for foundation, I'm using the Cosmetic CC cream, and I'm pumping 2 things on the back of my hand. I'm also using the NARS All Day Weightless Luminous Foundation in the shade Mont Blanc, and I'm popping some of that on the back of my hand. I got so many compliments on my skin this day. I love these primers together also with the foundations. They just look so beautiful. So I am mixing those together, and now I'm applying that all over my face. I normally would just go in with my beauty sponge, but when I'm mixing foundations, I mix them and then dot it on my face. And I'm taking my beauty blender and just blending this all in. This has the most beautiful coverage. I absolutely love these foundations together. They're 2 of my most favorite, so I obviously know they're going to work beautifully together. These foundations are just so beautiful. And for concealer, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair. And this isn't as hydrating under the eyes as I would like. It's a little bit drying. It doesn't dry out my eyes, but it's like a more drying formula. So I'm applying this to my under eyes. It has really good coverage though. I'm just applying this to my forehead, my nose, my chin, my under eyes, everywhere I would normally apply concealer, in my mouth. Sorry if you can hear that. My dog's biting her bone. And also take the concealer right up next to where I did a sharp line of eyeliner or just winged out my eyes, just to make it sure that's a very sharp line. And now I'm going in with my NARS concealer as well. I'm almost out of this, so I didn't get too much product out of it. But these 2 concealers, again, are so beautiful. These are like 2 of my favorite concealers, so they work beautifully together. So I'm applying a little bit of this. I feel like this did help the look a little bit, so it wasn't too drying. And to cream contour, I'm using the Wet n Wild Contour in the shade Call Me Maple. It's a little too warm for me. I probably should have gotten the light shade, but I do really like how warm it is because I don't love cool tone contours or bronzers, and I don't really love warm tone or any of that. I kind of like a mix. But now I'm just blending this all together. And it took me a lot longer to do my face makeup because of the contour. And I use the back of the beauty blender to blend in this. But I also go over it with the rest that has like foundation because it helps it blends more into the skin. So it's a good tip. Use something that has a foundation or something on it to blend your cream contours in to make it more like blended into the skin and more natural looking. So after I do that, I'm setting my face with the Airspun Loose Setting Powder in the shade Naturally Neutral. And I'm taking my other beauty blender and I am just putting this all over. I actually only bake under my eyes, my chin, like the top of my lip and my nose. Those are the only places that I feel like really crease and like I hate the sticky feeling. So those are the places I would set with loose powder, and then I would set the rest with a pressed powder. But that is basically what I'm doing right now. And to set the rest of my face, I'm using the Essence All About Matte. This is now gone. There's none left. But I blend the foundation down my neck. I forgot to show that. That's a very important step. But I just take my Real Techniques powder brush and I press this into the skin. Don't swipe because it'll take away the foundation and make it look patchy. Press it into the skin like you would a beauty blender with your foundation. And I'm also taking the Rimmel loose powder, and I'm setting my neck. A big thing to do is you definitely want to set your neck. It's just as important as setting your face. And I make sure that it's not sticky anymore because I hate the sticky feeling. You don't want it to transfer. And I just hate that feeling. Like, I always test it, like putting my hand and make sure it's good on, like, on my face. And for bronzer, I'm using the NARS Laguna bronzer and the Urban Decay Beach bronzer in the shade Bronzed. The Laguna one is more cool toned, and the one from Urban Decay is more warm toned. So I'm applying this with my Morphe M523 brush. I know that brush by heart now. And I am just applying this all over my face. I'm not sure why I was so interested in the TV. I was watching YouTube. And now I'm taking the Urban Decay one, and I only applied this little to the cheeks, and I went a little too ham. So I made sure I blended that out really well. And I'm taking the NARS bronzer to contour my nose, and I'm using this Equal Tools angled crease brush. I think that's what it's called. I've never used this actually on my eyes. I'm not really sure how I'd use it, but this is the perfect brush for contouring my nose, so that's what I use it for. And now I'm taking my powder from last time, the Airspun one, and I am sharpening out the line for underneath my bronzer and also on the sides of my nose where I contoured, obviously, and bronzed my face up. This just gives a more precise line. You don't have to do this. I just feel like it's a step in my makeup routine that I need to do. And for blush, I'm using the Butter Blush in Plum Rose. And I'm also using the Essence Satin and Touch Blush in 10 Coral. And I'm taking my IT Cosmetics powder brush. And first I apply the Essence one to my face. I put a little too much of this, I'm not even going to lie. It was just a little too much. And now I'm taking the one from Physicians Formula. I love this one to death. It's such a beautiful shade. I use this all the time. It's such a great blush for the fall and winter time. And now I'm taking the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm taking the shades Red Ochre and Love Letter, and I'm taking this angled type of brush from Equal Tools, and I'm mixing those two shades and applying them to my under eye. I keep it really simple when I do my lower lash line. I just take a couple of shades that are the most, like, ones that I used most on the eyes that make the most difference. So those are the two that I used that made the most difference on my lower lash line. And now I'm just dusting away all the powder that was baking, or just powder that I pressed into my skin that might have just been loose. So I just wipe away all that powder, make sure it's all fresh and clean, as Sister James would say. And for mascara, I'm using the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. I'm obsessed with this mascara. And I'm just applying this to my lower and top lashes, obviously. And this just makes my lashes so long. This mascara is in the False Lash Effect. They have different ones. This one's my favorite. I haven't tried the purple one yet, but this one's so far my favorite. And I am just applying that, as you can see. Now I'm all done. And for highlighter, I'm using the Ofra Glaze Donut Highlighter and the ColourPop Flexitarian Highlighter. So first I went in with the one from Ofra, and I'm taking my Equal Tools brush. This is like a controlled setting brush, and I'm applying this to my cheekbones. And I'll also apply it to my forehead, like on the top of my eyebrows, and a little bit in the forehead, and to my chin, and to my Cupid's bow. My Cupid's bow was glowing in this part. Now I'm taking the Flexitarian highlighter, and I'm actually taking this and applying a little bit to my cheekbones. I don't usually apply this because it does switch colors, so in different lighting, it makes it look like a weird cast. But I love this on the nose, so that's what I usually use this for, in the inner corner. And I'm taking my Morphe, what is this called? I forgot. Detailer? No, I don't know. Dome shape brush. And I'm applying this to the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose. I usually drag it all the way down, but now I like the way this looks a lot better. And I'm also applying this in the inner corner on the brow bone. This is so beautiful in the inner corner. And now I'm setting my face with the Wet n Wild setting spray. And I actually ran out of this, I'm pretty sure, during this video. But I love this setting spray to death. It's very good. And now for my lips, I'm using this Pure lipstick in the shade Stripped, I think. I'm not positive. That might be the lip gloss shade. I'm not sure. But I'm applying this. This is like a peachy nude. And I'm taking the lip gloss. Don't know what shade, don't know which this one is. This one might be Stripped. But I love this collection. I am not sure what the shade is. I'm very sorry. I think one of them is in the shade Birthday Suit, I think. I might be wrong, but I think either the gloss or the lipstick's in Birthday Suit. And one of them is definitely Stripped. I know that. This is the finished look. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you guys aren't already. I'd really appreciate it. Love you guys so much. See you guys next time.